and now diving into more detail of your job role, like what are some of the key roles and responsibilities, and what does your day look like as a UX designer?
So I like to use this anecdote. I think it just kind of explains it for people who don't maybe know what UX is. If you build a house, there are usually 3 or 4 parties involved. You have the construction project manager, which in a tech industry would be a product owner, product manager. You have the builders, who are the devs, the software engineers.
Right.
And then you have the architect, who's responsible for coming up with the blueprints. And that would be a UX designer. That's the person that goes to find out, you know, how many bedrooms do you need? Where should the door be? Where's the sunlight coming from? And that's kind of really, it's very applicable. I mean, my manager actually studied architecture first, so it really does relate. But it's as a UX designer, you're responsible for finding out from the user what they actually want at the end of the day. You're not there to decide what the solution should be necessarily. That's often where the product manager comes in.
Right.
And you can obviously give input, but you're really there to find out what is the problem, what are the needs, what are the wants. So we take in all of that information from our customers, and then we start to like design perhaps an interface, websites, digital products, experiences that people might be going through to match those user needs.
Right. And what would be your day look like as a UX designer?
Right. So I do a lot of user research. So that's speaking to people. For example, I'm in Mumbai at the moment. I'm able to actually speak to people in person, which is great. We also work with a lot of metrics. So if we're not able to speak to people, can we look at heat maps? Can we look at recordings of sessions of how people are navigating through something?
Yeah.
And then there's obviously the actual output, the design aspect, which is working on programs like Sketch or Figma to build wireframes that might be used by real people.
Right.
The most important part of my day is the iteration. So we design these things, but they're never like completely finished. So we spend a lot of time putting them back in front of people and just seeing where the mistakes are, that we can make iterative changes, small changes each time.
Right.